Yes, people, big up to all of you, and welcome back to Soccer Perspective. Today we're doing week 14, match day week 14, or match day 14. How do we say it again? Predictions. We'll try look at the statistics, look at the team's current form, and try to predict what team comes on top, or you could say what team wins the match, for lack of a better language. And without wasting much of your time, we'll get into it because we don't have much time before the first match of the day is played. We'll first look at the table here. Just give me a second here. A bit of an issue there. There you go. Let's look at the Premier League table. First is Arsenal with 30 points. Manchester City second with 29 points. And third place is Liverpool with 28 points. Liverpool didn't start the season well, actually, but look at where they are today. And fourth place. Yep. Good evening. Aston Villa is there on 28 points, and Tottenham fifth place in 26 points. Manchester United sixth place at 24 points. Let's just go to the bottom table. Newcastle, by the way, is in seventh with 23 points. The bottom three is at the very bottom is Burnley with 4 points. Everton with 4 points. They should have 14 now, but minus 10. I didn't know you get that. Sheffield United on 18th place, which is 4 points. But that's, by the way, we go straight to the statistics. As I said, I'm going to try to get us to breeze through it as quickly as possible because it won't be long before the first game of the day starts. I'm just going to check my audio quickly. Let's see, top scorer. No surprises there. Erling Haaland with 14 goals in total. Second, Mohamed Salah. We're just going to stick with the first three. We will stick with the first top three of each. You can say each department we'll look at, for lack of a better language. And third place is Heung-min Song. Yep, 8 goals in total. Assist, Pedro Neto tops the assist table with 7 assists. Kieran Trippier of Newcastle United has 6 assists. And Bukayo Saka of Arsenal has 5 assists. Let's see anything else important to look at here. Goals per 90 minutes is Callum Wilson of Newcastle United with 1.31 goals per 90 minutes, and Sasa Kaladze, is that how you pronounce his name? 1.15 goals per 90 minutes, and Erling Haaland 1.13 goals per 90 minutes. XG, Erling Haaland topples that department with 13.4, followed by Mohamed Salah with 9.1, and Oli Watkins, an excellent finisher, my day. I don't know why a lot of people don't rate Watkins that much, but I think he's an excellent finisher. He's in top place in terms of XG. XG per 90 minutes, Callum Wilson leads that department, followed by Erling Haaland and Alexander Isaac with 0.94. And let's see anything else important. Anything important here to look at here. Shots per 90 minutes is Luis Sinistera with 5.6. Darwin Nunes of 5.1. Neil Maupay of Brentford has a 4.6. And accurate passes, Rodri of Manchester City has a 102.0 per 90 minutes. Lewis Dunk 96.6 per 90 minutes. And Jean-Paul Van Heek has a 94.9 per 90 minutes. Big chances created. Wow. Mohamed Salah topples that with 11 big chances. Kieran Trippier has 9 big chances created. And Bruno Fernandes, 8 in total. Chances created in total. Kieran, I can't say his name. Kieran Trippier has a 35.0 chances created. Bruno Fernandes are followed by 35 in total. Bukayo Saka, 32 in total. Accurate long balls leading by Rodri of Manchester City stopping that particular table. Harry Maguire second. Wow. By 7.3 per 90 minutes, and Joaquin Anderson 6.2 per 90 minutes. Let me see anything else important to look at here. Penalties awarded. Fabio Vieira 2. Okay. João Pedro 2, and Anthony Gordon 2. Wow. Erling Haaland, big chances missed. Is stopping that table with a 14 big chances missed in total. And yeah, only Watkins has missed 13. Darwin Nunes has missed 11. He's up there. Yeah, even without looking at the numbers. If you ask anybody, they tell you that. Successful tackles per 90 minutes. Boubacar Traore of Wolves, Wolverhampton Wanderers has 3.5 successful tackles per 90 minutes. Leslie Ugochukwu has a 3.0 per 90 minutes. And Neko Williams has a 3.0 per 90 minutes. And that's Leslie Ugochukwu, even though he hasn't played that much. Interceptions per 90 minutes, Neko Williams 5.2, Lewis Cook 2.7, John Egan 2.4. Clearances per 90 minutes to John Egan 7.3, Ethan Pinnock of Brentford 6.8, and Joaquin Anderson of Crystal Palace 5.8. Blocks by 90 minutes toppled by Ben Davis 2.7 of Tottenham. Jim Paul of Van Heek of Brighton 1.9. James Tarkowski 1.5. James Tarkowski, of course, of Everton. I think we're going to leave it there. Save percentage. Let's see. Give you say give the goalkeepers a chance. Save percentage. Alison Baker 80.0%. Andre Onana, even though he's made some high-profile mistakes, he still made a lot of saves. So, which indicates he may well not be the sole issue of Manchester United, because he faces a lot of shots and has made 76.1%. Nick Pope 73.6%. Saves per 90 minutes. Wesley, how do you say his last name again? 5.0 of Sheffield United, and NATO Bournemouth of Bournemouth 4.3, and Onana 3.9. Wow. Wow. Okay. When it comes to discipline, Chelsea tops that with Nicholas Jackson, 7 yellow cards. That's an issue. But I'm going to move on from that one quickly. Just give me a chance here. Let me share the link here, so if anybody wants to join me, so that it will be more fun here. That would be excellent. Just give me a few seconds here. Let me see. This is where I want to share it. Just join me on the panel on Soccer Perspective. If you have time. All right, link. There you go. We'll go with that. So we'll move on from that one. Let's go up there. Got to get out from the stats and go to overview. Give me a second here. It's a bit slow. All right, we'll start from with the first game that will be played today, 7 a.m. my time. So let's go to it. Why is it not clicking through? Okay, there you go. And this is the predicted lineup by FODMOB. This is not the starting 11 for each of the teams being shown there. And off the bat, if you ask me who's going to win this one, I'd say Arsenal, but I still make decisions. I still you can say my predictions will be. My prediction will be driven by what the statistics say and what the team's recent forms say. But I'm going to say Arsenal. Yeah, not shocking. 70% thinks Arsenal will win this one. 80% thinks it's going to end in a draw, and 12% thinks that Wolves will beat Arsenal. And Arsenal is at home. But that's, by the way, head-to-head, Arsenal have won 8 in total. And Wolves have won 3. And also they've drawn 3. And in the last 1-2, let's just expand it and go to 5 minutes. 5 meetings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meetings. Arsenal have beaten them 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, and have lost just 1. So let's look at current team form. Arsenal have won 1, 2, 3, 4, and they've won 4 on the bounce and lost 1. Wolves have won 1, 2, drew 1 and lost 2. And the last game they lost to Fulham away by 3 goals to 2. And Arsenal have scored a total of how many goals in 5 games? They've scored 6, 7, 10, 12 goals in total. while Wolves have scored just 2, 4, 5, 7, and 9. Okay, and Arsenal have scored a 7, a 10, and 12 in total. So like a 3. The disparity isn't that much really. But let's look at the insights. That would tell us a lot more. Arsenal are ranked 16 goals scored per 90 minutes. They're averaging 2.1 goals per 90 minutes. And Fulham are ranked 11th in goals scored per 90 minutes. Yeah, 1.4 per 90 minutes. So given this the disparity between how many goals they're averaging per game, statistics suggest, or the insights suggest, that Arsenal will most likely outscore Wolves. That is, if Wolves, if they're able to score. And the second insight, it says Arsenal have kept the most clean sheets in the competition. Wow. So they've been tight at the back. Wolves have considered the most penalties this season. And I think Arsenal is a team that's been awarded the most penalties. Correct me if I'm wrong. And also this says, yep, Arsenal have been awarded the most penalties this season. So yep, let's see. Haven't kept a clean sheet in 11 matches. So everything suggests it's going to be a win for Arsenal. And do I think Wolves will score in this one? They're averaging 1.4 goals per game, and Arsenal have kept the most clean sheets in the league. So I'm going to go. Hmm. Yeah, and Arsenal. Let me look at their last 5 games. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yep, they've been conceding every, but not that much. They have not been. They've conceded just one goal in 1, 2, 3. Okay, they've conceded 2 goals in 5 games. Wow. Yeah, they've been doing well. So I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna say Arsenal. They're gonna beat Wolves by. I don't think it will be up to 3 goals. Yeah, they beat Lions 1. Burnley. Yeah. So I'm gonna say Arsenal will beat Wolves by 2 goals to nothing. Yep. So let's leave that one there. Let's move on to the next game. And if you're just joining, please, even okay, if you're watching, please take a second, drop a like on the stream for me to help me garner more likes, and then yeah, get the YouTube algorithm to push the stream to more people who'd be interested in Premier League Week 14 predictions. So let's see. This is a bit slow. I'm not sure why that's the case. Okay, let's go back to matches again, and then we're going to select the next game. Remember, I said Arsenal will beat Wolves by 2 goals to nothing. I don't think Wolves will score against Arsenal. But even if eventually they score, I think Arsenal will outscore them. So let's see the second game here: Brentford versus Luton Town, 7 a.m. my time. So let's look at it. Yeah, you can say off the bat, I'll say Brentford will beat them, but I'll still make my decision based on the insights and the team's current form. I'm not just gonna say, okay, this team beats the other team. My decisions my decisions on the Premier League prediction show is always driven by what the statistics say, what the numbers say, and the team's current form. But that doesn't mean that certainly that will be the outcome of the game, because statistics suggest, and as you know, you cannot script football. It's that simple. So let's see. Let's go down. They played how many times in total? They played 5 times in total. Brentford have won 3 times, and Luton Town have won, yeah, 2 times. Okay. Let's see now. Um, their last of 5 meetings. Let's see how that ended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last 5 meetings. Who's won the most of it? Okay, one here, one for them. Okay, and pretty much balanced. Brentford has won how many times? 1, 2, and three times, and Luton Town have won 1, 2, Brentford have one more, but that doesn't tell us anything. Let's look at the team's current form. If we're looking at the team's current form, uh, just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Right, I'm right back with you. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something quickly. And here we have okay, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Brentford won 3 out of 5 games. Their last 5 games lost two in a row, while Luton Town out of 5 games they drew two, lost two, and won just one. Not looking good for not really looking good for Luton Town. And let's look at insights. That would tell us even more. Let's see. For the insights, I say Brentford are ranked 10th in goals scored per match. They're averaging 1.5 goals per match, while Luton Town are averaging they're ranked 18th in goals scored per match, 0.9. Goals per match. They don't score that much. As you can see from this table, the most they've scored here, yeah, is 2 on 2 occasions. And they concede, yeah. Okay, they conceded one. They scored one here, drew 1-1 against Liverpool, 2-2 against Nottingham Forest, and then beat Crystal Palace by 2 goals to 1. So, okay, Brentford can outscore them, and Brentford probably will react. You can say they will come out swinging because they lost their last 2 games. One, the other one was against Liverpool, and the other one against Arsenal. Okay, and Luton Town haven't kept a clean sheet in 17 matches, so they will most definitely concede. That's how I see it. Given that the numbers there, and Jacob Brown has the most shots on target per match for Luton Town. So let me see. How is this one going to end? Okay. Um, Brentford averages 1.5 per game. Luton Town averages just 0.9 per game. They hardly score. They don't score that much. And they haven't kept a clean sheet in 17 matches. And while Brentford, on the other hand, wow. Yep, this they beat Brentford beat Burnley by 3 goals to nothing. Beat Chelsea 2 goals to nothing at Stamford Bridge. Actually, to be clear, scored beat West Ham United by 3 goals to 2, and they scored three on the day. I think they're gonna beat. I'm gonna go with Brentford. I don't think they will concede, so I'm gonna go with Brentford to beat. They scored. Yeah, I'm gonna go Brentford 2, Luton Town 0. Yeah, let's go with that. Let me record my predictions there. So let's go for the next game. Go back to matches again. Game three. Okay, where's the matches? Let's see it again. Give me a second. We've done this one here. So let's do Burnley versus Sheffield United. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Just let me just click this, but I'll still make my decision based on what the stats and you can say the insights and the team's current form based on what they tell me. So, but I'm just say Brentford to beat them. But wow, 48% thinks Burnley will beat Sheffield United, and 21% thinks Sheffield United will beat Burnley, and 32% thinks he ends in a draw. But beyond that, yeah, they've played how many times? Seven. They played 9 times, and out of the 9 times that they played, Burnley have won 4 times, and Sheffield have won 3 times, and they've drawn two. And in their last 5 meetings, okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's won the most? Bali won this, Bali two, Bali three. Bali have won the most out of the last 5 games, and yeah, wow. Okay, let's see, but that doesn't tell me much. Our team's current form, ooh, wow. Bali, they've lost even more. I'm if I yeah, I'm sure if I had to go beyond 5 games, the problem was I'm not sure how many they've lost in a row, but they've lost quite a lot. They have just 4 points when we looked at the table. They've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a row and have conceded how many goals in total? Ooh. And in all the games, one of them 2-1, 2-1 against Bournemouth. They lost 2-1 against West Ham United. That was a bit tight. Yeah, they considered two there, 5, 7, 10, 12 goals in total. Okay. For Sheffield United, they've won one, drawn one out of 5 games, and lost a three. But it looks like they conceded a lot. They lost a 3-1 to Bournemouth and drew 1-1 to against Brighton. And yep, they beat Wolverhampton Wanderers by 2-1. Loss of wow, 5-0 to Arsenal, and also lost 2-1 to Manchester United. Okay, let's see what the insights tell us. Burnley are ranked 20th in goals scored. They're averaging 0.8 goals per game. They hardly score. And ranked what's his name, and Sheffield United are ranked 19th in goals scored per game. They're averaging 0.8 per 90 minutes. Wow. So they're the same. Yeah, they don't score that much, two of them. And Burnley haven't kept a clean sheet in 9 matches. And Sheffield United haven't kept a clean sheet in 10 matches. Wow. So they're pretty much even. Haven't won an away game in their last 6 matches. So everything points to a draw, in my opinion. And I think I'm going to go with 1-1 draw for this one. Yep, I'm going to go with Burnley 1, Sheffield United 1. I'm not. It's pretty much. He ends in a draw, and I don't think he ends in a 0-0 draw. And here's why I say I don't think he ends in a 0-0 draw. Burnley haven't kept a clean sheet in 9 games. Yep. And these guys also haven't kept a clean sheets in 10 games. So most likely both teams will concede. So if anything, I think he ends in a draw. And they haven't ended. Look at it. Sheffield United haven't won an away game in 6 matches. So yeah, the most likely outcome for me will be a draw, and it's not going to be a goalless draw. It might end up being a 2-2 draw, but I think both teams will score. Big up to my bro, the Blue Tiffany Game. Always nice to see you, brother. He says, "Big up, coach. Have we addressed the elephant in the room? Why is Potiphar's wife trying to bring down our players?" I think we will do that. We have a Chelsea show scheduled after this one. Yeah, we have a Chelsea show that starts in about you can say 1 hour, 1 hour 6 minutes. So I'm going to try to breeze through this prediction show on Soccer Perspective to be sure we talk about. I know exactly what what you're talking about. But much love to you, brother. I was shocked when I read that, and still not quite sure what to make of it, in my opinion. Yeah, he's a human being, and I get it. If I ask people, he what's that biblical reference? He that has no sense should throw the first stone. But I get it. He shouldn't be doing such, especially after having a baby. It just doesn't make sense. A part of me is still saying don't believe it yet, but we haven't heard anything from the club or Jackson himself. We'll wait and see. But at the same time, you'd say, had it been just rumors that yeah, he'd respond immediately and want the person in question to stop spoiling his name. But I'm not going to go into that right now. We'll talk about that once we get to Chelsea. So keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. If you haven't, We'll continue pushing it. I know this particular channel will continue to grow. To those of you who are watching and hasn't subscribed, at one point we'll have 7 people watching. That's not the highest we've seen in this channel. We've done a show that garnered 6,000 views. It was a watch along show. So yeah, but I'm grateful for 8 likes. That's not easy because we haven't streamed consistently on this particular channel for a while. So we'll move on. Let's look at the next game. But the beautiful game, nice to see you, brother. Much love to you. We've done the Burnley, Sheffield United, Celeste, Nottingham Forest, and Everton. Off the bat, I would say Everton will beat them just off the bat. But also, again, I'm going to keep repeating myself. Whatever I decide, the outcome, I believe the outcome would be, will be driven by the insights and the team's recent form. Okay, they've played what? Is this just in the Premier League? 2 times, and both ended in a draw. Wow. Yep, 2-2 draw. And that was match this year, actually, match fifth. And then in August 20th of 2022, 1-1 draw in the Premier League also. But let's look at the recent form. Everton, you could say, in a better form. They lost their last game home to Manchester United by 3-0. And out of their 5 last games, they won 3, drew 1, and lost 1. For Nottingham Forest, out of their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, they lost 3, they lost 3, 1, 1, and drew 1. I wouldn't say it's close. But Jerry Z is in the house. Big up to you, Jerry Z. Nice to see you, brother. Much love to you. I appreciate you finding the time to join. I hope you're doing well. And if you're watching, we don't have too many people watching. Maybe you gain more subscribers when we do the Chelsea Perspective show in about an hour or so. But welcome. Always nice to see you. So yeah, let's look at the insights. Everton is in a better form. And Everton, have they been conceding that much? You could say, yeah, they conceded 2 here, conceded 1 here, none here, none here. And you can say defensively they're solid, but how solid, I don't know. But these guys have been conceding quite a lot. Nottingham Forest conceded 3 against Brighton, 3 against West Ham United, and 3 against Liverpool, 2 against Luton Town. Yeah, so let's see what the insights say here. Insights say Nottingham are ranked 12th in goals scored per match. They're averaging 1.2 goals per match, while Everton ranked 14th in goals scored per match. They're averaging 1.1. But here's where there's a caveat to this. I get it. Nottingham Forest has a better, you could say, goal return per match. But the truth is, for the last 5 games, because this is in total that is after week 13, where they rank in terms of goals scored per match. It doesn't reflect their recent form. If you start looking at their last 5 games, they haven't scored. They haven't scored that much. They've scored actually, but they've lost all of them. So this one it's a tight one. Okay, Everton scores and don't concede much. Okay, so let's keep going with that. They're ranked 17th in shots on target per match, 3.7 per match. Everton, okay, Danjuma has the most shots on target per match for Everton, 1.4. This really doesn't say much here. This really doesn't say much here. It's difficult to predict who wins. I'm just going to go by recent form because Everton averaging 1.2 per match. Nottingham Forest averaging 1.2 goals per match. Everton averaging 1.1. That's usually the most important insight to help you, you can say, make the right decision there, but it's still difficult here. Nottingham Forest have struggled of late. They lost 2 on the bounce and conceded quite a lot. But they've scored 2. And Everton have scored 3, 3, and 1 here. Wow, this is tight. Oh, Nottingham Forest have considered. They lost this, but they scored 2 goals. They scored 2 goals. Everton here scored three, scored just one, scored three against Burnley. Wow. I think Nottingham will beat them. I'm going to say 2-1 Nottingham Forest. Everton will score, but Nottingham Forest will beat them. Yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 Nottingham Forest. There's a pattern there. Nottingham Forest, I get it. They've lost. They lost against. Look at the teams they lost to. They lost to Brighton, and they were able to score two goals even at that. They've lost. They lost to not. No, they lost to West Ham United, and they were able to score two goals on the day. And Everton, they don't score. They don't score that many all the time. They scored three here against Crystal Palace. Okay, and Crystal Palace scored two. They scored one here, and they didn't score any there. Yeah, so I'm gonna go, yeah, 2-1 Nottingham Forest. And that's what I think is gonna happen. But Jerry, big up to you and welcome to the panel once again. I appreciate you finding the time to join, and I hope you're doing well. Jerry, how have you been, man?
Good morning, coach. How are you doing?
Any day above ground is a good day. So I'm at the Nottingham Forest game. Who do you think wins this one? Do you want me to go through the inside again?
No, I was checking while you were speaking, so it's a very close one.
It's a close
Everton,
one indeed, yeah.
yes, and Everton are like in a way more pumped up because of the points deduction. So of course, in every game they'll put a fight, especially with teams like Nottingham Forest. But I'll
Mm,
go with your prediction. I think a 2-1 win because Nottingham Forest have played well in portions, have played well against Chelsea, have played well against some other teams, even Manchester United,
mm.
and they have been scoring goals. So I think at home probably they will just nick it by a goal, 2-1 or maybe 1-0. So if I have to, I think in this show you want to have a goal line prediction, right?
Sorry, what did you say? I think my earpiece is messing up. What did you say?
No, I was saying that you like to do a score line prediction, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, I think a 2-1 is looks like a safe bet. Yeah, 2-1 Nottingham Forest.
yeah, because it'd be easy to jump to say Everton, yeah, they've done well, but the truth remains, if you look at Nottingham Forest, the teams they've lost to, and how many goals they've scored in those games that they lost actually, and the fact that overall throughout the season they're averaging 1.2, wherever Everton is averaging how many goals per game, 1.1. So yeah, they will. That will be goals. Maybe Everton scores, but even if they do, Nottingham Forest will have scored them. So I agree with you. 2-1 Nottingham Forest. That's my prediction too. Let's move to the next game. I want us to round off this one as soon as possible so that I can take time to prepare for the most the game against the show on this Chelsea perspective. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. 8 likes, and I'm liking it. I appreciate it. 8 likes isn't easy in this on this particular channel. Let's go to the next one. Next game now. We've done this Nottingham Forest, Everton. Let's do Newcastle United, Manchester United. I think this one is going to be fun. Let's see what we have there. Off the bat, I'm going to say ends in a draw, but the numbers, my decision will still be driven uh, by um, by the numbers or insights, if you prefer. So they've met 21, 27 times, and Manchester United have won 15 times. Newcastle have won just 6 times, and they've drawn a 6 in total. The last 5 meetings, let's see. This doesn't actually tell us much, but I just like to go through it. One, two, three, four, five. One draw, and United have won. Wow. Okay. United have won just once, last 5 minutes. One, two, three, four, 5 minutes. United have won, yeah, just once. While one draw, 1-0 draw, and Newcastle beat them 2-0 at home and a 3-0 away. Wow. That's that's shocking, really. I didn't know. Recent form, Manchester United out of 5 games, drawn one, lost one, and in that one they lost. They actually scored 3 goals. Okay, and won three. For Newcastle United, yeah, they lost two, won one. drew the last one and they beat Arsenal 1-0 at home. All right, let's see what the numbers say. Insights. Where's the insights again? Did I miss it? Okay, for the insights here, Newcastle United are ranked second in goals scored per match. Yep, 2.4 goals per match. That's not easy. United are ranked 12th in goals scored per match, 1.2 goals per match. Bruno Fernandes is ranked third in big chances created. That's not that important, but he's fit, which means he'll create chances for them also. Newcastle United have won the previous two matches against Manchester United. And the last one, Kieran Trippier is ranked second in big chances created in the competition. Andre Onana is ranked third in saves per match in the competition. I looked at that when I was looking at the statistics. Honestly, I'd say Onana actually, I don't think he's Manchester United's sole issue. I think they've been awful defensively, and he's faced too many shots. And his save percentage, I think, is second in the league or third at most. Philip Bidwell says a 2-1 Newcastle win. Let me take my time to decide here. Okay, Newcastle outscores them. Yeah, in terms of goals per 90 minutes, they are way better, nearly twice as much. Yeah, twice as much actually, because 1.2 twice, yeah, 2.4. So twice as much. So even if United scores, if we're going by that, Newcastle are more likely to outscore United. And in recent forms, let's look at recent form. Newcastle 1-1 draw against Paris Saint-Germain, 4-1 against Chelsea, lost to Bournemouth. That's concerning, really. Okay. While United, they've scored how many goals in total in the last 5 games? 3, 6, 7. Even this one, they lost 10, 11 goals in total. But Newcastle in the last 5 games has scored just 1, 5, and 6. Whew. I get it, they will score. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. Newcastle, Manchester United will score, but I think Newcastle, no, I think United is going to beat them. If we're going by, the last 5 games, I think for me, because current form trumps the numbers, in my opinion. I'll say United will beat Newcastle United by 3 goals to 2. Let's hear you, Jerry.
I think Newcastle will win 2-1.
Okay, just remember I told you United will beat them 3-2. I know
Definitely,
both
definitely.
yeah.
And last time you were like spot on, like with the correct score. Not only the predictions. I mean, it is first thing is it's difficult to get the predictions right, right? I mean, who will win or draw? But you
Yeah.
you were correct on the scoreline predictions, which is even the top analysts are not able to do. So I was really surprised. You were spot on. Hats
I
off to
mean, I
you.
missed a few, but usually I think you say I got a few correct because I'm paying attention to the numbers, which is what you do very well too. You too,
So I'm
Jerry.
just
Um,
curious that how and why. I'm just asking. I'm not challenging at all. I'm
mhm,
just curious because kind of surprised because most of the people in the community, and I know most is not always correct, and I'm an advocate of that because of United struggle, right? Manchester United is struggling, although they are sixth with 24 points, but they have played very
mhm,
bad. Lost 5 games in the league, 9 in all competition. And the last game they played in the Carabao Cup, Newcastle hammered them 3-0. Newcastle is also like playing well, but they have certain nights which are off, like all of a sudden 2 good games and 1 awful game. So, but
mhm.
I know apart from this, some of the stats that you looked, what is making you feel so confident that Manchester United will win away at Newcastle?
Yeah, their last 5 games, they scored more goals into this. I think they had 11 goals in total, while
You mean
while
last five
Newcastle.
head to head,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no, last 5 games of team form, current
Oh,
form.
okay, of the league, of this league,
Yeah,
right? Right.
yeah, coming from, I couldn't get myself to say let's just go by the fact that Newcastle have you can say they've averaged more goals per 90 minutes, but for five
Mhm.
games in a row, if Manchester United has called them by you say by how many? I think around 6 goals in total. That's a lot. You can't just throw that away and say, okay, you know what? Let me just go by the how many goals they've been averaging throughout the season because form change.
Right.
You get my point there. Yeah, form
Right.
change. That's how I see it.
I know, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Newcastle will have the edge, not just playing at home, but the way United plays, like it will play into the advantage of Newcastle. They will
Mm.
like slowly, gradually pass from the back, and the build-up is slow. So the way Newcastle plays, if we see the game against us, although we made so many mistakes, it was our wrongdoing. Many self mistakes, but Newcastle would play with more flair, more position, and I think they will be clinical and more effective. So let's see.
Yeah. All I
I,
know
I,
is
I
this.
I will
It
be
won't be a
surprised
hard.
if
Go ahead.
I will be surprised if Man United win, and if they do, I'll hail you as a guru of football.
I let's see if that happens. I just say I think they're gonna beat Newcastle by 3 goals to 2. We'll find out. Yeah. In that particular game, yeah, it's today. So not so for tomorrow's games because I'm not too sure we'll be able to get through all of them because we have another show on Chelsea Perspective. And apologies for scheduling this very late. This one here, let's look at it head to head. Wow. They've played 27, 30 times. City have won 17 times. Tottenham have won 10 times and they've drawn 3. And their last 5 meetings, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. City have won 1, 2. Wow. City have won in their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. City have just won. City have won just 1 and 2. Okay, 3. So 2, 4. Tottenham, not bad. Pretty much balanced. Off the top of here's the thing. Let me just take the time to actually reflect on how they both play. Man City play with a high line, but they don't play. They don't play. You can say they don't risk as you can say they don't take as much risk at I've come to realize that Tottenham take a lot of risk with a very high line, and I think teams are exploiting that quite a lot. I don't know if you watched their game against Aston Villa. Wow, it was crazy. I think how many goals in total was disallowed due to offside and all that. Um, but that's by the way. In
Three, I think
Yeah,
three
go
goals
ahead.
at least. I remember of Tottenham disallowed.
Yeah, Tottenham got one. How many goals in total? You said?
I think Aston Villa won 2-1 if I remember, but 3 goals were disallowed of Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah. And Bidwell, my prediction for the Arsenal game also, I said 2-0 Arsenal win. Yeah. I said 2-0 Arsenal win, Brentford 2-0, 1-1 draw, Burnley Sheffield United, and Nottingham Forest to beat Everton 2-1, and Man United to beat Newcastle United by 3 goals to 2. Those are my predictions. But this one is going to be a tight one. I think I'm just going to go straight for the inside. I'm say, well, City will win, but let's go with it. Let's go look at the insights now. City are ranked 1 in goals scored per match. They're averaging 2.5 per match. Tottenham are ranked 17 goals scored per match. They're averaging 1.9 goals per match. City ranked second away from home, but they are home in this case, so that won't help me in any way. They're ranked 1 away from home. Yep, Tottenham. They rank number 1 away from home. They haven't lost their last have lost actually have lost their last 3 matches. So the only thing, okay, they're ranked number 1 in terms of their away performance, but City most likely to outscore them, even if Tottenham scores 1.9 per match to 2.5 per match. Ellen Holland, yeah, we know that. So let's see team's current form. Whoo! Okay. Okay. And City's last 5 games, they've scored a 6, 9, 13, 14, and 17 goals in total. Yep, Tottenham's last 5 games, they've scored 2, 4, and 5, 6, and then 7 goals. Okay, and they've been conceding quite a lot, except for one. They did not concede against Fulham, but against Crystal Palace they conceded against us. They conceded against Wolverhampton Wanderers. They conceded one. So you can say they're averaging conceding at least one goal per game, and but they've not been scoring that much. Yeah, they've not been scoring that much. Do I think they will score against City? Probably, because City, yeah, they don't defend deep, and Tottenham are capable of exploiting that. So I'm gonna go. Wow. Yeah, Tottenham will score one goal. I don't think they scored two. They're averaging a single goal per. Yep, they have. Okay, they scored one against Aston Villa, and Aston Villa they defend well. They scored one against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and Wolverhampton Wanderers, you don't get too many spaces, and against Aston Villa, you don't get too many spaces either. Against Crystal Palace, they scored two. I don't think they get two goals in this game, so I'm gonna go. Wow, City drew 1-1 against Liverpool.
Maybe I should go first. Maybe it will help you. I don't know, or
All right,
or
good.
maybe to confuse you or make you think. I'll go with a 4-1 win for Manchester City in
You
this
think it's
game.
gonna be 4-1?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Wow. I think yeah, because they risk a lot and Pep will exploit that. Um Pep will exploit that. I'm gonna add one to it. I'm gonna go 5-1.
Wow. I was actually thinking 5-1, but I thought maybe maybe it's like a little too much. They can even win 6-1, right? So I was
They can because
looking at
yeah,
some of the
City,
analysis
if you give
on the
City chance, they take it to
yeah.
the fullest.
The thing is that and I want to like just remind, I hope that more people are watching. Hopefully they will be coming. It's holiday season as well. So
Mhm,
if you recall, before Tottenham played Tottenham played us Chelsea, they were
mhm.
unbeaten. And in some of the shows, and especially in your show, I said that I think it's a new coach bounce, in my opinion. And most of the people said no, it's already 10 games. I said no, it's still like feels like a new coach bounce. It's the way they are playing. They have played well, but they have been very lucky. If you see some of the games like Liverpool and others, so I don't want to go and analyze the last 13 games of Tottenham. So
Mhm.
I just predicted that I think they will lose. They will start losing games, and they will not
Yeah,
finish in
you
the
did
top
say
four.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for remembering and acknowledging. So they lost three. Although I didn't anticipate, to be honest, that they will lose three in a row. So it also showed, because the injuries they faced and some suspicions due to red card, they don't have a good depth in the bench as well. And last thing, just to conclude, that why I said 4-1, and yeah, 5-1 is even more realistic. But let's see. I mean, it depends how clinical City are, which they usually are,
Mhm.
given if they are given the space and the opportunity. Like Postecoglou in yesterday's press conference was asked about, will he be like thinking to change his style against Manchester City, to which, in short, I'll just say he said no, they'll play the same, and I expect him to play the same, in the same way. So i- it's not a rocket science if you compare both these squads, and if they will play with, and they are more adventurous, they play a higher line, as you said. City is now more professional. Of course, they play
But City,
attack, but
they've
they,
mastered it. Even though they play a high line, you wouldn't even
yes,
know.
they have a
But
great.
yeah.
It's after the Champions League loss, final loss to Hull, to Chelsea. If you see Pep Guardiola, he has really innovated and improved the defense, and is clever, right? Is very clever
Mhm.
in transitions. So they are very. They have improved a lot defensively, and I believe that's why they won the treble last year. So what I'm trying to say is that, if, which is a huge possibility, that Tottenham will play an all-out attacking game against Man City. So I don't see like them to be successful. I think it will be a bad tactic, and the City will definitely exploit them. It's too
Oh,
much
it
quality
will
out
be a
there. So
feast for them.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be a fun. I'll enjoy the game. Hopefully, Chelsea would have won the game by then because the game will start after Chelsea Brighton game. So let's enjoy that game. So yeah, so you go with the 5-1, right? It's a huge possibility, I would say.
Yeah, I'm going with 5-1. Here's the thing. City, they're clinical, and the numbers show they're averaging 2.5 goals per game. And they're not the type that if they score two, they take their foot off the pedal. The more opportunity you give them, the more they score. And Postecoglou, he's shown that he's not into damage control, like the sort of man that if his team concedes like three goals, then he says, you know what, let's lock up and not concede more and not get embarrassed. You see what he did against us. That was when I know he's in trouble. Actually, um, I don't know why he continues
And
playing.
yeah, and that is why I'm very much sure, right? Of course, there is no guarantee in football. I don't think so. They will finish in the top four. We can already see the trend.
Yeah, I think he may well lose his job. Unfortunately, he's too stubborn. He's Sarri's type of man. To you say bent on using one particular approach without he's tweaking things to adapt to the situation. Because against Chelsea, he shouldn't have
Yeah.
continued with the
And
high
he's like
line.
57, so I'm surprised that he has not adapted. Although he's a good coach, I'm going to take that away. But it's like one style, right? Only one tactic. And I
Hmm.
remember after our game in a post-match interview, he said he was asked about the tactic and why he didn't change it, especially they were down to 9 men. And I really recall it correctly, I believe. He said even if they are down to 5 men, they'll play the same. So what does it say? He said even if they are down to five, they will play the same. So I think it's absurd in my opinion.
In so many ways, honestly. I think we're going to try and get one more. Hopefully, maybe later in the day, we'll have the time to complete the predictions. So we're not doing all of them. West Ham versus Crystal Palace. I want to take a coffee break before we start uh, the one on Chelsea perspective. Crystal Palace.
And we can talk. I'm not talking now, so we will talk on Jackson as well. And I
Yeah,
if
we
you
will
could bring that topic.
during the show on we talk about him on show on Chelsea perspective.
I will
So
give my opinion as always. It's different from the regular narrative.
yeah. So they've played how many 14 plus 8 that's how many 20 26 times and yeah they're pretty even but the last 5 minutes we don't need to know that it doesn't tell us that much yeah. Hmm. Okay, pretty balanced. But current form, West Ham United have won one, two, three, four on the bounce and lost one, which was a 3-2 home loss. No, away loss to Brentford. Brentford is a good side, honestly, but they've been scoring. They've been averaging, yeah, at least 2 goals. Yeah, 2 goals per game. That's average there. But for Crystal Palace, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, they've lost four and won one. One was against the team that everybody's battering, Burnley, and they've scored how many goals in all of them? One, yeah, three, 1, 3, 5, and 6. Wow. Six in all of them, and they've been conceding quite a lot. But let's see what the numbers tell us. West Ham are ranked 8 in goals, scored 1.8 per game. Crystal Palace are ranked 16th in goals, scored 1.1 goal per game. They score at least one per game, and I think he remained pretty much the same in the last 5 games. West Ham, yeah, pretty much the same in their last. Yep, they're nearing two, averaging close to 2 goals per game. So Crystal Palace have won the previous 2 matches. That doesn't help us here. Ranked 14th in shots on target per match, 4.2 per match. Anything important here? Eberici is it? That's not important, but his feet maybe that counts. But I think I'm just gonna go with wow. I think Crystal Palace will score, but I think West Ham United will beat them by they've considered two here. They considered two here, and the other two was against Luton Town. They consider 3 against Everton, a much better side than Luton Town. Yeah. I'm gonna go 3-1 West Ham United. Let's hear you, Jersey, so we can and yeah, prepare for the other show. You there, Jerry?
Yes, sorry, I was just away for a second. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if we see where they are in the table and how West Ham is playing well. I would say, like generally, they have played well
Mm-hmm.
given their squad. They have been effective. They are playing very good on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
And Crystal Palace is underperforming, I would say, because they are not that bad. It all depends on that day if they can be better defensively. But I just see like West Ham. I think it will be a close game. Crystal Palace will try to turn the season around because it's a good time to start picking some points. But I think again on this day, West Ham will have enough in their tank and will probably nick it by it will win this game by 2-1.
You think it's gonna be 2-1? Okay, and I say 3-1. We'll find out.
Right.
Yeah. Both sides we saw. Jerry, I want to thank you. I appreciate you finding time to join the panel to keep me company. And hopefully, again, I'll always do the best I can to help your channel grow because you deserve at least thousands of subscribers, and I know what happened. Just have to be patient. And thank you to my brother Blue Tiff again for finding the time to join the show, and also Philip Beatwell. And Jerry, if you check, I've added your information to the description section on Soccer Perspective here. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you all. See you guys. We'll try and do match review if I have time, but the prediction show will continue consistency so that more people will learn about it. And in due time, we'll start having a lot of people join us here. And thank you to Bluetooth again for finding the time to join us. Jerry, thank you once more. See you guys next time. God bless us all, and bye.